Hi, it's Joel again, and I wanted to talk to you about a little demonstration I'm going to show you. So, have you ever wanted to get into the gaming scene, but you thought that like the newer systems were kind of complex or complicated, and you didn't really understand it? Well, I'm going to help you out a little bit because I'm going to demonstrate how to use one of the current systems of gaming, the Nintendo 3DS. And with this, I hope you obtain some insight as well on how, gaming can be a lot of fun for people of all ages, especially like 3DS. Because I basically played games my whole life, so don't worry, I know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna talk about the ins and outs of the 3DS, and also we're gonna get to know why gaming is so fun, like on the 3DS. So there's three things I'm gonna bring to attention here. I'm gonna talk about the external features of the 3DS. I'm also going to talk about all kinds of applications and programs that are in like just in the 3DS, like built in and everything. And then I'm going to talk about some ways that you can connect with others online. All right. So I'm first going to talk about the external features, things you don't even have to turn on your 3DS to see. So we got here we got some camera. Like this is like the two cameras. This is like for the external. You can use those to like take 3D pictures if you want. Um, Here's the little game card slot where any game that you get and you buy at a store goes right in there. And in here we have the stylus, which controls the touch screen on the bottom of 3DS, and also this the top screen of the regular one. This is the one that uses 3D. Here's a 3D slider, so you can control how much 3D it is. So you can adjust it for your your distance and everything. You don't even need glasses. That's the cool part. And here's a headset jack for your earbuds in case you want to go like, yeah, listening to tunes, playing game. It's cool. And we got some buttons here like A, B, X, Y for all kinds of stuff. This is the directional, the D-pad, which control movement and also choices. And here's like one that is used mainly for movement on the 3DS, like the circle pad, which is more like a 3 kind of stuff there. And here's a volume slider, basic volume slider, slide the volume. You got the wireless thing. You can turn that on and off in case you want to do wireless connectivity or not, which we'll talk about later. And then there's also a camera right here above the top screen as well, if you want to do that. And then here's the select and start buttons and the home button, which will bring you back to the menu if you're playing a game or something like that. And then there's a little place where you put in your charger, and the L and R buttons as well. Those are more buttons you can use. And speakers. There's the speakers for the thing. And last but not least is the power button, which turns it on. So now that we talked about those external features, let's turn on the 3DS and see what it has to offer with all of its features and everything. So let's see. Where should we start? I know. Let's start with this online store called Nintendo eShop, which it lets you download games that you can play right on the system. Just download it as long as you have like an SD card, which is another thing I must have forgotten to mention. You put an SD card in, it automatically comes with one, so you should be good and you can be able to store plenty of games and stuff on it. And then also, this is the place where the game that you put in here would show up, and then you press A and it'll load up and you can play the game. And then there's also stuff like some settings you can do to kind of personalize it and like make a little profile, put the date and the time, and do kind of settings like parental controls if you want to do that, or manage your data that's on this SD card and everything. And then there's also a web browser you can use to access the internet and everything. Just like a web browser on your computer. So that's a lot about game applications, I think. So now let's talk about how you can connect online with people. So this little light's on, and if it's not, you just switch that and it turns on. Basically allows you to connect to the internet, which you'll need to use the web browser, obviously, but also you can do some more things with it that involve like connecting with other people. You see this little thing right here. Oh, turned on the thing. It's called the Nintendo Zone, which basically it allows you to connect with other people that have previously connected to the Nintendo Zone and kind of share some data there, and also lets you like read up on some kind of gaming news or whatever like that, and cool little trailers and all that kind of stuff for new games, and it's a lot of fun. And where those people go that you connect to them is the Street Pass Meat Plaza. That's where they go. And basically what that does is basically it takes like all the people that you connect to, or even if it's like off on sleep mode, which you just do by shutting the lid, you pass by somebody on the street, Street Pass, that has a 3DS, all of a sudden, you get a little notification, light turns green right here, and it's like, hey, there's someone at your plaza, and you can like swap puzzle pieces with them, because there's like all kinds of there's like a whole bunch of puzzles that you can do, like pictures that you can make and stuff on the Street Pass thing. There's also games you can play with those characters. Like, you can go on an adventure with them, or you can even buy and download other games that you can like play with those characters that you get, that you pass by on the street. And so that's a really cool way to like indirectly even like talk to people. But if you want to be more direct, if your game, here's a game case, has a little Nintendo Network thing here, that means it has some sort of online connectivity. Like, you can like maybe play with or against people, or maybe, you know, something about like high scores. You can upload your high scores to use better, stuff like that. So there's all kind of different ways you can do that. So I guess basically, in summary, there are a lot of cool external features that you can see on your 3DS, like a lot of cool things which will be used in your gaming experience. And there's also kinds of cool programs and whatnot, like the shop to buy games, and the settings, and also like web browser. And then there's ways you can connect online, like with certain games, or with a Street Pass. Certain games, Street Pass. There's lots of different ways you can connect online with people. So, well, I guess that's a pretty big explanation of, you know, ins and outs of the 3DS system and the functionality, and why it's a lot of fun to use, and it's pretty cool. I really like it. In fact, I used to bring this to school a lot in the mornings, and before school started, I'd get with my buddies, and they'd have their 3DSs, and we'd play stuff together, and it'd be a lot of fun. We'd do Street Pass, and you know, it was one of my favorite memories of high school. Just with this, it was pretty cool. So, if there's any questions you guys have about the 3DS or anything like that, feel free to write a comment about it or anything like that, and I will read it, and I will try to get back to you with any answers that I can come up with. Well, any answers that I have about it, basically. All right, well, thank you for watching. See ya.